Hey y'all, hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Nephtara Grace. If you're new, so glad you're here. If you're coming back for more, what's up, fam? Oh, let's jump into energy. I don't know why, but the ancestors want me to tell you a little bit about us, about ourselves. So we're gonna do. All right, cast these runes. So I come from a very powerful lineage. I come from a very powerful lineage. The best way to describe my ancestors, they want me to talk about them. They're like, they were, my ancestors were people who were gangsters in their human lives. And then they died, right? And then one by one, as they crossed over, they managed to they managed to maintain their authority on the spirit realm too. So my gangsters, my ancestors are some gangsters and some go-getters. In other words, they were gangsters on earth and then they died and they're like, oh wait, there's a better way. But here's the thing about dying. Just because you die and you see the truth about source and everything doesn't mean you stop being a gangster. I just show you no. That we've been fed a lie by religion, like, oh, you go to heaven, you become this great person. That's not how that works. You die, you die. I mean, that's just what it is. So my ancestors are on the other side, still banging, still doing their thing, except for now they do it for the most high. You see what I'm saying? My ancestors still gangster. They still nasty as fuck. They just do it for the most high now, instead of for themselves like they did on earth. Now, they want me to let you know, apparently, they're like, I guess y'all are confused about who I am, so they're just like, you gotta put them straight, you gotta put them clear. All right, so I was literally, my DNA was woven by my ancestors, and then my dad, in this lifetime, cultivated and raised me to be graceful, beautiful, proper, enunciate my words properly, so that on the outside I'm more palatable and acceptable. However, I was still raised with the same core values and mentality of a gangster. Now, my siblings will tell you there's nobody more gangster than me. Okay, like I'm a piece of work. But if you meet me in the streets, that's not what you see. You see demure, you see beautiful, you see put together, you see classy. That's how I was raised. I was raised to be able to sit in the boardroom while my hitters go out back and handle business. Okay, so that's who I am. Now, I don't know why they wanted me to tell you that, but that's what I'm going to tell you. And here's why I am, I'm like, okay. I recently, and I mean, recently, my whole life, people have just misjudged me because I come across so sweet and so innocent, because I am. They misjudge me. And it's hilarious because although they misjudge me, because I'm who they can see, what they never ever know until it's too late is that there's literally an entourage of dead gangsters following me around. That's my family. Those are my ancestors. And baby, my ancestors go back to ancient Rome. So when you think about gangster mentality from ancient Rome, gangster mentality from Sparta, Greece, right? My ancestors are Thracian and they're Roman and they're Egyptian. Okay? And they are gangsters. Y'all know what I'm talking. We're not nice, like American gangster, but spread it across millennia. Yeah, that's where I come from. Where you come from? Where do you come from? I don't know where you come from. My people worked with herbs. Okay, they worked with herbs and plant medicine, and then they were warriors. They fought. Though that's what I have in my blood. So I can do anything with plants. You want something from a plant? I got you, boo. And then we fought wars. Okay, so here I am, incarnated in this modern time, like some type of spiritual healing warrior monk, whatever. That's what it is, though. I meditate, I grow herbs, I heal people, and I will fucking crush your ass in the spirit realm if you come after me or mine. Okay? That's just what it is. Now, here's what's so cute. I actually don't ever have to step to anybody. I never have to step to anybody. My entire life, I've never been into a physical fight. 444 in the timer. I don't have to. I really don't have to. When I tell you, and if you're listening to the sound of my voice right now, I guarantee you're going to feel what I'm about to say. My ancestors will whisper in your ear If you look at me and you think you got a problem, my aunt, somebody gonna be right there going, you don't have a problem with her. She's not your problem. That's what they say. She's not your problem. And it takes a really hard-headed person to ignore my ancestors saying, leave her alone. You don't want this smoke. Walk away. That's just what somebody did, though. Last year, somebody got several of those warnings and they did not walk away. Okay, so if you are associated with that person, this group of people, if for some reason you found my channel and you're part of that crew, hey, I would apologize, but y'all brought it on yourself, all right? Righto, this is the rhythm of something changing. AWAS, magically. Issa, it's been delayed for a while, but pure, it's time now. It's divine timing. And some people are going to say it's luck. It's not luck. What Big Sean say, this ain't luck, this was destined. This is destiny. And it is time for this to occur. Now, I'm going to keep with my ancestors because they want to, they doing their thing today. It's all about them. It's about my ancestors today. Be your ancestors another day, okay? So whatever this is, my ancestors been waiting a long ass time for this shit to pop off, and now it's popping. I did mention they some gangsters, all right? Now I say that, and people be like, for real? Nah, nigga, for real. Not for real. In this lifetime, to give you an idea, in this lifetime, and by the way, where are we at? It was last year, starting in January, I had a loved one die every month for the first 6 months of 2024. 6 loved ones passed away between January and June. Every single one of them let me know when they left they were leaving to come be on my team. That's how gangster my ancestors are. These motherfuckers will let themselves be taken out here so they can pop up on the other side. That's who we are. My entire lineage has, we incarnate knowing about the other side. We don't forget. I'm that way. When I came topside, like every single day I live my life, death is nothing for me. You can't threaten me with death because it's like, oh man, that's gonna make it easier. If you kill me, it'll make it easier. Think about that. That's the type of blood I come from. Like your best bet is to leave us alive where we have a little bit of limitation with these bodies. But once you cut us out these bodies, motherfucker, we coming. And that's who I come from. Okay? So some of us are like that. Y'all see us in human form, but y'all be fooled. Y'all don't understand. These human bodies, this is what's keeping you safe. The fact that I'm in a body means you're safe. I can't stress that enough. As long as I'm walking around in this body, a whole lot of y'all are safe. I promise. Because I got it. My ancestors got a list. They work for me, but I got my own list. I'm like, no, that one, them, I'm going to get them myself. I got them. Don't touch them. I'm going to get them myself. So as long as I'm still walking around and y'all see me shooting these YouTube videos, some of y'all are safe. You ain't got nothing to worry about. But as soon as I disappear, y'all need to go ahead and punch. Y'all need to punch clocks, sign documents, pass shit on, and send it on over. Because it's a wrap. Now, I'm out here giving voice to my ancestors. Y'all should know these are my ancestors. And this is where they are. They are fed up, a fuck no, and a nobody's gonna goddamn pass. And here's what's wild about them. They run the other side. I'm gonna put y'all in game. If you die today and you see a light at the end of the tunnel, that's me. I earned that position. That's the type of bloodline I come from. I'm putting y'all on this. Y'all know nothing about how life works. I'm trying to tell you how life works. When you get past me and you want to check in, I don't care if you going right or left, you checking in with my ancestors. We run the spiritual streets. When you light a candle, pray to a deity, you going through somebody that's connected to me. So for all you out there who think you want smoke with somebody, please do your research before you light that candle, before you fill up that jar, before you do your research. You don't know who you trying to do work on. You calling for a deity, you don't know if you calling somebody uncle or cousin. I am not the only embodied deity on this planet. Hello, there are other gods and goddesses walking around in the flesh. And our job is to trigger you into a better life. So if we trigger you, that's your clue to do your shadow work, not come do altar work on us, dumbass. We are here to guide you into the next evolution of your species. That's the only reason a god or goddess would agree to be in this stank ass place. Is to help your sorry human ass. And y'all are a bunch of ingrates. You're ignorant, you don't know shit, and you're too stupid to learn. That was my grandma. She be what she be. I remember that. But look, let's get this message out now. Because everything is changing. Y'all be talking about the veil thing. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. There is no more veil. There is no more veil. And the planetary conjunctions happening right now are about to let the spirit world take over the human world. It was written this way. This has been prophesied. So y'all about to see some shit y'all ain't never seen before. Because both realms are about to unite. They've been separated and ruled separately. Now they're about to be united and ruled as one. That's why it doesn't matter what kind of plot or nefarious agenda these human corrupt government officials have. That shit is played out. It's not going to go nowhere. There is a larger law, a larger prophecy at play, already in place, already taking place, and already playing out. So these little human kingdoms and human governments and human leaders you see doing their little human shit, it's going to amount to an ant building a colony on the side of a mountain. Boo, the mountain ain't going nowhere. It's always been there. The ant just don't know it's on a mountain. The ant think he got some. Listen, and listen to the other ants. That ant is the boss. Do you understand? To humans, this human shit is a big deal. But to the mountain, it's nothing. To the divine, in the eternal timeline that is your human existence, is nothing. Understand that as you make your choices. Understand that as you choose your allies and your enemies. And understand that when you open your mouth to speak on things that you know not of. Y'all are welcome. That was fierce. Y'all gotta tell me next time y'all come home. Yeah. It's gonna have to be a rescue because this shit is belly up. And see, y'all, some of y'all know what time it is. Some of y'all do. Rescue, home. Some of y'all do know what time it is. But some of y'all don't. I have the need intentionality. Yeah, some of y'all don't know. Some of y'all don't know. But you about to find out. So it's about to get real messy real fast, okay? It's got to get real messy real fast. And, you know, I don't have to say anything specifically. I think if you are tapped in and you resonate at all with this channel, you know what's happening. It's a lot happening. We got 16, 17 things that are happening, one right after the other. You can't make this up. Rescue, intentionality, and then home. Okay, so this is something about being in a safe space at the right time. Being in a safe space. Now, I just channeled my ancestors through. Now, listen, my ancestors are big, big, big hitters. Big, big, big hitters. Big hitters. Big hitters. When my dad passed, my dad passed away a couple of years ago. And the number of people who called me and said, your dad came to me in a dream. I didn't know who it was, but he said he was your dad and he was looking at me and you know, and they were like kind of on edge because of how he rolled up on them in their dreams. When my dad died, anybody and everybody who was connected to me, he showed up in their dreams, y'all. I'm telling you, my stepdad called and said, I'm sorry for how I treated you when you were a kid. Because my dad died and got on that ass in the astral realm. Y'all know what I'm saying? I'm talking my neighbors. I had a neighbor go, girl, I think it was your dad who was in my dreams last night. My neighbor. Y'all, my neighbor. Hashtag gangster. Okay? This is like High Priestess to Chariot, Rescue, Identity Intentionality, Home. Something's getting moved and it's like it's in time, it's in timing. It's like you already know. High Priestess to the Chariot. knowing what's going to happen because you're confident in who you are, rescue intentionality home. It's about being in a safe space. Because I'm telling you, shit's about to get fucked up out here in these streets. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Big Shiva energy. Big Shiva energy. For those of you who are into such things, I will be working with huge Shiva energy moving forward. You're gonna, if you know Shiva, you're gonna feel the energy. If you don't, you feel something different. Is Shiva, big Shiva energy coming through on this channel now, okay? But this is about you being safe. This is about the divine protecting you. This is about, like, as things, I'm in a straight channel. As things devolve around you, this is about you being literally held in the hand and, like, preciously kept, right? Yeah, I'm getting like the apple of God's eye. So whatever is about to happen, it is not good, but it is not going to touch you. Okay, that's really, really important. I am not a doomsday prophet. I am a prophet, however, and I am an end times prophet. I am one of those that was prophesied about to come back at this time. Okay, so there are times when I will deliver end times messages for you guys. Okay, it may or may not involve cards at that time. Okay, what I'm giving you warning about right now is a precursor, a stepping stone to what we would call a catastrophe or a calamity. Okay, so if you know, and sometimes in war there's battles or there's skirmishes. Yeah, so I'm warning you about an upcoming skirmish. So we've got some humans taking some actions on the world stage that look really, really, really important and look really, really, really concerning. I want you to keep yourself shielded frequency wise, keep your spiritual protection up, and then keep your eyes and ears open, okay? Because things are not as they appear. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Keep your shields up, keep yourself protected, and keep your eyes and ears open. Things are not as they appear, okay? All right. Keeping yourself shielded, though, is important, okay? There are energies trying to mess with our frequency right now. As you know, I'm in the game of, listen, I'm not going to hold you. I'm trying to get 144. Oh, my God. Why are y'all having me share everything? Damn, they just want me to tell you. Listen, a couple years ago, 2020, we did not have 144. Out here on YouTube, there's a lot of 144,000 talk. That is really cool. It's really cute. I love it personally, okay, because I know that I'm marked and sealed. But baby, let me explain something to you. As one of the elect of the chosen, in 2020, we didn't have 100,000. We were struggling at 50. That's 5 years ago. I'm sorry to be the bearer of reality, but chosen ones are taken out left, right, and center every damn day. Every day. Every day, every day, every day. In 2020, I was sitting there negotiating with God. Okay, so if we can't do 144, will you take 100? Will you take 75? I mean, what's the lowest you'll take? I had no shame. In 2020, I had no shame. None. I'm one of the few souls that have the authority to bargain with God like that on behalf of humanity. Please know I had no shame begging for humanity. Okay? No ego, no shame. I'm not even ashamed to tell you I begged for humanity. And why wouldn't I? I wear a human skin suit. Whatever happened to y'all is not going to happen to me, but as long as I'm hearing one of y'all, ain't I? Begged. Then I said, what do you need for me to do to get these numbers up? Because that's the next conversation, isn't it? Once you go to God and go, can you take a lower number than the one you said? And let's face it, you know what God said, right? You know 144,000 against 8.5 billion isn't a lot. God threw maths back in my face, percentages, probabilities. And I had to sit with that shit and acknowledge, damn, God, you're right. I mean, you're right. If we got 8.5 billion and we couldn't even get 144,000 of us, I mean, I guess it didn't work. I guess the experiment failed. I guess you're right. I mean, what the fuck am I supposed to say? Eight and a half billion people and we can't scrape together 144. What am I supposed to say? If you knew a billionaire and you knew they had 8.5 billion, would you hesitate to ask them for 144,000 to help you out? No. Because that 144,000 is a drop in the bucket to 8.5 billion. And that's how the divine feels. That's how the divine feels. The 144,000 chosen and sealed is a drop in the bucket when it comes to 8.5 billion. These are 144,000 elected, chosen beings incarnated during this time specifically to be prepared to be the government of New Earth. You can't lead what you don't know. You can't help somebody go where you've never been, and you can't call somebody out of where you can't do it. So 144,000 souls incarnated, chosen, sealed, and then allowed to see the absolute dirtiest, dingiest, darkest side of humanity. And if no one else will tell you, I'll tell you, that's what it is to be chosen. It is to be thrown into the seediest, most perverse, most debilitated places on the earth. Now we're shielded. It's like God wraps us in this cocoon of light and then throws us as far into the darkness as he can. But we all have an internal timer that goes off at a certain time to make sure that when roll call happens, we show the fuck up. Because we get thrown into some dark corners. But we have to be able to actually help humans heal when the time comes. And we can't help you heal if we don't know what the hell you've been through. So we go through it too. And then we can actually lead you to the best version of yourself possible, because we've already been there and we've been where you are. So if there's anybody who knows how to get from where you are to where you want to go, it's one of us. And there's meant to be 144,000 of us strategically placed around the world at any given time as inspiration, as muses, as examples, as harbingers of light in a world of darkness. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful energy. Big Shiva energy, blue all day. We've got calm expression, blue lace agate. Ma'at, when Ma'at came out, I didn't say anything because, what do you say when Ma'at comes out? You just keep channeling. I just keep channeling. It's like she's there to say, okay, keep going. Okay, I will. Blue lace agate, calm expression. So good. Rose quartz, forgiveness. Herkimer diamond, oneness. And sodalite, new vision. So let's get this. This is really about us being able to perceive reality, accept reality, forgive ourselves for choosing to live outside of reality, recognize that inside of reality all is one, and standing there, commit ourselves to a new vision for the future. So all is one. Herkimer Diamond. We had this the other day. This is important. All is one. This oneness. This oneness. So this is so personal, but I will share it. So I had, as an embodied deity, I frequently consort with other deities. That is just, it's kind of who I can hang out with. Do you know? So I have acquaintances here in 3D, but I don't have a group of friends. And it's been this way my entire life. Okay. So I've never been a girl who goes to the bathroom with other girls. And as a grown woman, I don't have those girlfriends that I go on girl trips with. I don't have that. Okay. My frequency is just not there. All right. What I have are a lot of deities who frequent my presence, and I frequent their presence. Okay. So it's pretty great. Now don't get me wrong. I have a family. My kids, their dad, like we're a cute little group, you know, or a little herd. We're a team. I call us a team. But this is my crew here on Earth, and then outside of Earth, my crew is massive, legions and legions and legions, right? But what I want you to begin to allow, and look at how all of this is laying on top of Ma'at, truth. Okay. Don't forget your theme here is the high priestess and the chariot. I want you to allow that what you've experienced on this earth has been separation with the express intention of leaving you disconnected from truth, which is source. You have been lied to on purpose so that you do not utilize your connection to source. Why? Because if you don't utilize your connection to source, it will atrophy. And you will look to something else to become your source. And someone else can come around and they can utilize your connection to source since you're not using it. It's a double whammy. So not only do you then get hooked up to a false source, which is limited and doesn't know you because it didn't create you, but then something else gets to benefit from your connection to source that was meant to be just for you. There is no separation outside of the 3D. Once you get to fifth dimensional consciousness, there's no separation. There isn't any. There's just this one source frequency, this one source code. But the lower you get in density, when you go down to 4D and then 3D, to make sense of all that code and these denser frequencies, we have to separate it. Shiva, Zeus, Jesus, Allah. There's one source that is all. But down here on earth, we can't handle that mentally. So we break up source into these bite-sized pieces that are more palatable for us. Not understanding that as we do that, we're breaking up and disconnecting our connection to the source that is all. Well, I hear you. Oh, but Neff, what about evil spirits? Oh, no. There are evil spirits. I'm just saying they were created too. See, nothing exists outside of source. Y'all know Colossians 3:23. Y'all know that one? In him, by him, through him, because of him, for him. So this all there is. There ain't nothing else going on. I paraphrase that. I like my version. There ain't nothing else going on. Yeah. There's just source happening over and over again. And all these different iterations and expressions and vibrations and versions and colors and sounds and feelings. But it's all source. frequencies that are evil, that's perversion. That's code that has been disconnected from source code for so long. It's like it's gone rogue. Do you get what I mean? It's like it doesn't remember that it was created. So it's acting all funky. No, evil backwards is just live or live. It's just perverted. Evil's just perverted. It's just perverted life. It's perverted. So far out. It can't remember what it feels like to be connected. And so it's acting out. Look, this is why the answer is not mass incarceration. Let me just give you my soapbox. It's not mass incarceration. That's not the answer. That's not the answer. I am a massive advocate for prison policy reform. Mass incarceration is not the answer to our problems. We are not seeing rehabilitation. You cannot overcome evil by putting it in a cage. You cannot overcome evil by killing it. You can't kill matter. It cannot be created or destroyed. It just is. It simply changes form. So when you kill that killer, the spirit of murder that was in that person just jumps onto the next person. And all you did was get rid of a person. You didn't get rid of the spirit of murder. Are y'all ready for this conversation? Let me get some tarot out here. We 30. That's it. That's the reading. That's it. I just saw the timer. That's the whole reading. I will look. You don't do 3 cards to a 3-card pull. Listen, things are about to change drastically. It is not business as usual anymore. If you want to get on here and have business as usual, I'm not going to be your reader. If you want to get on here and have an idea of what the fuck is going on before it happens, while it's happening, and after it's happening, I'm the person for you. Okay? 3 cards. And then we're out. It's Saturday. I'm gonna hang out with my babes. I took them to get donuts this morning. So they're eating their little donuts. Y'all, the donut place. Oh, I love it. When I get there, I don't have to wait in line. But I swear, every time I leave, it'd be like line out the door when I leave. Anyway, 4 swords. There's our 3 cards. Let's look at Knight of Coins. Slow but steady wins the race. Judgment. It's opportunity. Like the judgment is like a rebirth, like a renewal. And the 4 swords putting something to rest. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. This judgment. So I remember I said this is like a skirmish. Y'all, first of all, be careful with me, okay? Because I speak from a divine perspective, so I call it a skirmish. But you know, it might look a little different down here. But for real though, this has been a long time coming. It has to happen. This is destined to happen. This is a judgment. Okay? We have judgment out here. This is a judgment. Okay? This is big, and it is a judgment. It's meant to put something to rest. All right? I'm going to leave this reading here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. Time is a construct. Take what resonates. Leave the rest behind. Trust your process, your path, your purpose. Peace.